Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of The Odd Family, Zzong-bie on Sale, also known as Zzong-bie for Sale, a Korean horror comedy from 2019. Now, Human Bio, the biggest pharmaceutical company in Korea, conducts illegal experiments on humans, of course. One day, a test goes wrong and results in the creation of a zombie. Of course. Soon, in the remote countryside, the oddball Park family makes their acquaintance with the zombie in question. Now, rather than being afraid of the strange creature, the Park family plots to make money out of him. Only the daughter takes a liking to the creature and nicknames him Zzong-bie. Yeah. Will Zzong-bie create a home with this weirder-than-zombie family? So there are some surprises in this film that turn the zombie mythos on its head. You can tell the scriptwriters put some imagination into this one, and those writing decisions are what makes this movie stick out a bit compared to the million other zombie comedies that are out there. The entire first half of this film is very different from other movies in this subgenre. This is especially true for the first zombie bite scene, and how it's handled, and how it progresses. Pretty neat stuff. I'm not sure I've seen something like this in a zombie movie before. And obviously, the ideas on how to profit from this zombie are pretty unique as well. The second half of this film is a bit more conventional in terms of zombie comedy shenanigans, but I liked it. Our characters are normal, klutzy people who really cannot fight well at all. And they're fighting against, I guess you could say, traditional George Romero-style slow-walking zombies. So you're not going to get the high-octane horror action, sequences in this movie at all. This is not Train to Busan, okay? It's kind of a lower-budget film that relies on kind of scrappy fighting during the second half, some nutty attacks that our protagonists think up. It's entertaining stuff that holds the comedy tone throughout the whole film. This horror comedy never really takes itself too seriously. Okay, so the tone is actually surprisingly consistent throughout, which is something you don't always get in Korean films, right? Sometimes the Korean films will be like lighthearted, and all of a sudden there's like graphic violence, and you're like, what the heck's going on? You know what I mean? Sometimes I like that. But you're not really going to get that here. You basically got a lighthearted zombie comedy with a little bit of drama in it throughout the whole runtime. It's pretty consistent with itself. Style of humor, a bit on the silly and wacky side, okay? But it avoids going overboard in that regard. It doesn't get too obnoxious in its silliness. There's actually a certain charm to this film, a wittiness that kind of balances out the wacky stuff. There are quite a few improbable coincidences and contrivances present, but they're all played for laughs, so I can kind of forgive that here. In a more serious film, an improbable coincidence could hurt it pretty badly, but it's a horror comedy, and it's okay. I think so. We do have some recognizable actors in this. Jae Young-jung is likely the most popular in the West from everybody in the film. We've seen him in tons of movies over the years. No Blood, No Tears, Welcome to Dongmak-gol, Castaway on the Moon, Confession of Murder, just to name a few. The Odd Family is definitely an ensemble film, though. There's not really like a main character, so to speak. Everybody gets their chance to do their thing, and it works. As an added bonus, you get a few pretty shots of the countryside, which is always nice. Now, I will say that there's something about this movie that's holding it back for me personally from being like a personal favorite. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what it is. I really try to think about it and put my finger on it. It's just missing something. It's creative, has a good overall quality, but I feel like it did lack laugh out loud moments. The comedy is frequently grin-worthy and occasionally chuckle-worthy, but I wasn't like laughing out loud to a lot of the jokes in this. Also, the zombie attack sequences are good, but nothing special. You know what I mean? So I think it kind of caps itself to being simply a strong film, not a great film. And ironically, this is the same way that I feel about the Edgar Wright film, Shaun of the Dead. You know, I enjoy that film, but everyone else seems to enjoy it more than I do. So this might be a similar situation for some people where I think some people will definitely enjoy this even more than I did. Now, if you're into zombie movies or even Asian horror in general, you should probably check this one out. You know, The Odd Family Zombie on Sale, also known as Zzong-bie for Sale in the United States, is available for online rental on YouTube. It's also available on Region 3 DVD with English subtitles, which, of course, I added to my collection. And as always, we'll see you next time.